Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Clinical Marketer Podcast. Today we got Dr. Cyzs, who's a chiropractor and owns a gym, and he's the founder of Eupraxia. It's a 6-location weight loss nutrition franchise that earned him the 2 Comma Club Award in 2019. But if you guys don't know what that is, it means he earned over 7 figures within his business, within a span of a year, through the ClickFunnels platform. So we're super excited to have him here today to share share the success that he's had and how he's been able to do it and grow his 7-figure practice that also led to him accidentally starting a multi-5-figure agency just because chiros and physios are all tracking down to try to figure out how the heck he's been growing his business. So Steve, he's a great friend, a great mentor, a brilliant business and marketing strategist. We're really lucky to have him here. Thanks for being here, Steve.
Awesome. Thanks. Looking forward to this.
Yeah. So one of the things that really attracted me to you when we first met is that he won this 2 Comma Club Award, obviously. And I don't want this to be the focus of the episode at all, but you really don't even care that you have it yet. You go on your Facebook, you don't have any pictures of it. I went to your office. You have all these awards behind you for all the amazing things that you've done for your clinical work. I think it's just so amazing that you just don't care about the award. Can you kind of explain,
yeah, I don't know. It's just not that important to me. So it's actually, you can see all my degrees and certificates and stuff I'm actually proud of in the back. But that one, it's hidden back in the corner because I don't want to ever be the person that shows off money or fancy cars or fancy houses or fancy watches. And to be honest, no offense if anyone likes that stuff, to me, I find that stuff just stupid. So it's just not important to me at all. And I find, the money I have is going to go to I'm big with kids youth sports programs. So that's what I really want to invest in and have a long-term legacy. This guy's a really generous giver. And that's what makes me feel good. Right. And then too, I just think oh, look at the money I made. I just feel douchey.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Right.
Do you have it with you right now?
Yeah. It's sitting in the corner. Oh, hold on.
See it? He has to go behind his desk. That's so award. Cool, man. If you guys don't know what that award is, that's the most sought after marketing and entrepreneurship award that you can get in our space. And it's just sitting behind his desk collecting dust. Because
put my earbuds back in so I can hear you guys. Yeah, I keep it hidden around the corner.
That's so amazing. I love that. So like I said, I don't want that to be the focus. I want to talk about the things that led up to the winning that award. I think that's the juicy stuff. So can you just walk the audience through a little bit about how you got started and what it is that you are doing today?
So I mean, way back when I got my doctorate and graduated school, and I knew right away there's no way I'm working for somebody, right? So I went, bunch of school debt, and then went and took out a loan, even more debt. So I was probably, 180K in the hole with zero income, right? And then so back then I would literally take a table and a whiteboard and go set up in mini malls and just grab people as they walk by and just talk to them about what I do and try and get them to come into my office. And then I would write newspaper ads, tried radio, I tried everything. Did health talks. I would do ads in the newspaper to promote health talks. Then I would go and talk to the public about headaches, fibromyalgia, IBS, whatever I could do to get in front of people, I would do it. Anytime there was a wedding, an expo, a race, anywhere there was a group of people, I would take a table and just stand behind the table and do whatever I could to meet people to get them to come in the door. Hard stuff all the time.
I love it, Steve. I think I kind of want to go back to that, to your probably the beginning, which is when you were getting out of school. Did anyone teach you business? Was there any business training when you started this? You're taking out a loan, right? You're investing in yourself again after all the schooling, but to invest in your own business. Where do you even start? What was going through your mind at the time of, I know I need people. I know I need to serve people. I don't have any training. I don't know if you even had mentorship at the time. Where did your brain go to of what do I do now?
Back up a little farther. I did get a business degree too before. Okay. So it's part of it. But truthful, the only thing that business degree helped me in was a little bit of accounting and finance, zero marketing, zero true good quality business training. I would chalk it up. It's pretty useless, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But when I did get out there, being 180 grand in the hole is very motivating, right? And so not only that, but you have rent and bills and everything else to pay for on top of it. So I would buy books. I did hire because there's a ton of chiro coaches at the time. I did hire one, again, learning experience. You know what I mean? It was a lot of money down the tubes and a lot of trial and error, man. Like I would just try everything I could think of to get in front of people and learn from mistakes and move on and try again and again and again.
Yeah. I'm sure you work with a ton of chiros and other people in the healthcare space, because I see this time and time again, and I know Jordan and I talk about this. What obviously you had the motivation and the burning desire to get out of that financial burden of the 180 grand and probably even more as you were continuing to invest in yourself. How do you help someone who knows that this is what they have to go do? They're going to, like, for you, the way that you said that was, I just got in front of as many people as I could. And I hear so many people who are just like, yeah, but I'm nervous. Like, what if they say no? Like, what if I get rejected? And I'm sure you have tons of people that come to you for advice. How do you help someone mentally get over themselves, I guess? Like, I don't know if you've had to experience this with coaching people or helping people of, look, man, this is reality and you're going to have to face this.
Yes. And here's how, here's the mindset I approach. And this is truth. So like public speaking is very scary to a lot of people. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So I would do a lot of public speaking. That was by far, if I could get in front of a group of people, that was the best. So a lot of people are scared of that because they're like, well, what could this crowd think of me? Like, what if someone says this? So they're worried about themselves and what could happen to them. Okay. I approach it. It's like, I have amazing information and an amazing product that I'm giving to people. Right. So my focus is on how I can help the other people. And I don't care about what someone may be thinking, or if someone may not like me, or if someone may not like you. If your mindset is truly focused on helping other people, then you don't get nervous, because that's it. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Just don't think about yourself. And that's the one thing too. I actually think about this yesterday, because I'd be like, oh, people are afraid of failure. I disagree. People are afraid of failing and other people learning about them failing, which comes back to worrying about what other people are thinking about them. So much stuff. And then it comes to like joining anything. People are like, well, what if this, what if that's? Like, so many people don't do things that can help them and others because they're thinking about the imagined thoughts of strangers. Right? Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. So I would just focus on, man, if you have a good product and you truly want to help people, it's not even your obligation. It's like you're obligated to get out and try and help them.
Yeah.
I love that. It's so good.
And then I don't get nervous for public talks at all anymore. You know what I mean? It's like,
Steve, were you ever nervous in the beginning?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think that's so important. I think some people are like, Steve's just probably a natural. You know, he's probably one of these guys who's just like, I get up and talk in front of everyone. But I think it's important that we, you know, that you too, like, I'm sure it wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world when you first started.
No, nerves, but it's like, so, you know, I'm lucky because I play a lot of sports, right? So I used to it. Getting up for a wrestling match, very nerve-wracking, but then you get through it. Going and playing football, very nerve-wracking. You get through it. In college, there'd always be like group work with a presentation. I'm like, well, I'll do the presenting. You guys do all the work. Right? So then I would just go up and I'd be nerve-wracking, and I'd always have to go to the bathroom right before it, you know, nerves, got to run to the bathroom, whatever. And with anything, it gets easier with time. And then at that time, though, the reason I was nervous was because no one taught me that mindset. I was thinking about myself. And then through years of reading and studying, it's like, what am I doing? Why am I so concerned about me? You're making yourself nervous. And, you know, being nervous is just really a foolish emotion, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But sports helped me a lot with that. And then too, you know, you see like, this helps a lot with sports. If you go into like a tournament and you see it as an opportunity and you're grateful for the opportunity to do this, as opposed to like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Like, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? It's like, dude, what a great opportunity. Look at what I can do right now. This is like so cool. Nerves go away and you perform.
Yeah.
It's definitely all about getting those reps in. So when you were first starting and you were getting all these reps, especially the ones in the mall, I bet that was a humbling experience. What sorts of things did you do that really didn't work at all? And then what was the thing when you first got started that really like brought it home?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is getting in front of groups like health talks. That was the best thing at that time, right? By far, if I could just get in front of groups, and Yeah, the hardest thing is just someone's walking by, is like, hey, can I talk to you about your low back pain or whatever? It's just hard, like really hard. And I'm not an extrovert by any means, like at all, like not at all. It was really, really hard. But like anything good, you gotta sometimes do some hard stuff, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Steve, what were, I guess I would love to know early on, like because we're going to dive into and talking about having a great product and having a great service that you feel obligated to sell. When you were starting out, how did you create your first offers? Like, I know that there's probably the typical, we do chiropractic adjustments and we do the screening and we do the eval, but as you're going through this and you're doing this process of talking with so many people, obviously you're probably creating your own business sort of acumen on the fly as you're learning. How do you start to figure out what is it that people want? I think we just assume in PT and chiropractic, right? They all just want, I'm coming for chiropractic service, or I'm coming for physical therapy services. But you've gone on to create a business that serves people in so many different ways. What was going through your mind as you were serving these first 100, 200 people of, wow, maybe there's more that I can offer? How do I create offers for my
I'll tell you exactly where it came from. So I'm working on all these people, and pretty much everyone I worked on, you know, it didn't matter how many times I adjusted them. It didn't matter what modality I put on them, if I did E-stim, ultrasound, any of it. Like, if they didn't change their lifestyle and eat better and exercise the right way, there's no way I could get them better. And I truly wanted to get people better. And then they would bring their kids, and I would see their kids are overweight and sick. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're going on the same path as this parent. This is crazy. And it was eating at me. And then I was at a conference in Chicago, and it was just a conference of doctors, osteopaths, chiropractors, maybe PTs, and I'm looking around the room, and I was like, oh my gosh, like hardly anyone in this room is healthy, right? It's like, how is it that healthcare providers can't even get healthy and stay healthy? And then what are the few like fit, healthy, just vibrant looking people in the room? What makes them that way? It's like, well, they eat good on a regular basis and they exercise consistently. And it's like, that's it, right? So it's like, I'm going to go home, and when I get home, I'm going to open a whole new fitness center, a whole new wellness. I don't even like calling it a fitness center. I call it a health club. And I'm going to show people exactly how to eat. I'm going to make up workouts fun, make it intelligent, proper programming, show them how to live the lifestyle, like step by step by step, to truly get people healthy. So that's what I did. And it's freaking awesome. Our patient outcomes are mind-blowing, like mind-blowing. And we had one location and two, and now we have 7. Another one going up this year.
Wow.
And that's where it came from. It's just, I wanted to get people better. And I knew for sure adjusting them 3 times a week for 8 weeks wasn't going to make it happen.
Yeah. Do you mind if I ask, Steve, so you came back and you created this aspect of your business? How do you go from maybe being known as Steve, the chiropractor, you know, traditional 3 times a week adjustments, to we have a new product that we're selling, or new service that we're selling, which is this health club? How did you position that to your existing network of patients or clients, to future clients? Like, how did you position that in the sale of what you're offering?
Well, I mean, for the like current people, I already had the trust. So it's easy. It's like, hey, this is what everyone really needs. I'm opening this club. This is what it costs. It's going to be awesome. So that was the easy part. For other people, the first thing I did was an ad with an offer, got people in. And then for me, the very first part of joining the program is I do a health talk, and I explain to them, you know, exactly why we're doing this. It's like, one of the keys is I've gotten really good at speaking, and my health talks are really, really good. And like like every single person that I've like done interviews like this with amazing results, I'm like, what moment was it? Like, it was your talk, middle of your talk. Like, I knew I could do this. It's like, that is the most important thing as far as getting people on board and living the lifestyle that I now teach. And I freaking love this stuff, man. Like, my whole life, I have workouts I wrote when I was in 8th grade. I still have them.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. Swear to God, I still have. I could tell. It's like, man, I was obviously reading bodybuilding magazines like back then. It's just straight up bodybuilding workouts. And I still have. I must have been 5-6 years old. We had to write a story in school where my story was about teaching people the harmful effects of smoking and how it makes your fingers yellow and makes you smell bad. So it's just been this is what it's been my interest my whole life. So now I've learned how to make a relatively handsome living doing what I enjoy.
Incredible. I think one thing that's like really interesting about your business, because if you look at your website, you don't mention chiropractic services at all. It's all about nutrition, weight loss, and healthy living. How has that affected you treating patients? You still reference, you never say clients, you reference to every single person that's part of your program as patients. Do you still see patients as a chiro, or how does that work?
Almost never.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I never. I oversee the business. So I have employees that handle everything now, and I oversee the business and create content in our group. I educate people on videos. I do health talks, but I don't do any day-to-day. I haven't done insurance or any insurance billing or anything like that in many years.
Is that how it was when you first started too?
What's that?
Was that just not really seeing that many chiropractors? I know you still have a table in your office. When you first started Eupraxia, was it that way?
No, man, I busted I busted my ass. So I would get up in the morning, teach group workouts, go to the chiro clinic during the day, and then in the afternoon go teach group workouts. And then at night, write new workouts, build the program, create marketing, build videos, rinse and repeat day after day after day, like grinding at first. But then it took off. And so then I opened a second one. And then I was like, so I had the 2 gyms, 2 health clubs, plus a chiro office. And I'm like, this chiro office is just inhibiting me more than anything. So then I sold that off. And now I just have the health clubs. But I still have my table here. So I'll just work on people who are members. But I don't have any office hours whatsoever. And I will never do insurance again.
Yeah.
Ever.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. And it's been so cool to watch the shift to so many people moving to out of network or cash-based style services, fee for services. Just, it's been super cool to see, and people are paying for it, which is even cooler to see. I did want to ask you, Steve, you have also built a marketing machine out of your business. And this is a clinical marketer podcast. And I'm super curious. We get a lot of people who are nervous to put money into marketing and to put money into advertising. And it sounds like, correct me if I'm wrong, in the beginning, you started out putting money into advertising pretty early on. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So there are people out there right now, and I know you have your own agency, people who come to you and are like, Steve, I don't know, man, like, does this work? Like, can I advertise and work? What's your framework of helping someone to see that advertising can work for them? And what's the process that you break them down? Do you start with, do you even know what you're offering? Here are current offers that work for us. Just really curious, without your secret sauce, just kind of diving into your process. Yeah.
Yeah. So first off, saving money by not advertising is like saving time by taking the batteries out of the clock. It makes that much sense, right?
Yeah.
Like advertising, a good, intelligent business owner won't see advertising as an expense. It's a source of income, right? And so if you put your money into intelligent advertising, it just brings back more money. So like if you put in 100, you get back 300. If you save 100, you're costing yourself 200. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And that's just how it is. The problem is one, you have to have a clever offer, right? Like a good offer to get people in the door. And then you have to have a good product to follow it up, because you can have all the leads in the world, but if you don't have a good product to follow it up, people start talking, and it's, no matter what you do, it's not going to work. But that's kind of the framework I go with. And then 2, for me, I'm only going to work with people. So in the beginning, I didn't want to do any of this. Like, I just want to hire marketers and take care of everything. So I tried that, and it was fail after fail. So it's like anything in business. You got to find a marketer who has a bunch of successes in your niche, and you can contact them and actually get proof, right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
A lot of them, they're just not good. And then you can lose money. But if you find one that's good, who's in your niche, who has experience, who has results, some social proof, it's just, so I have that, right? And I've been doing this for so long that it's like, I can show you the proof. I can show you the numbers. I live it myself every single day. I market for myself. But it all started, it was kind of a blessing in disguise, wasted a bunch of money on bad marketers. And then I started reading books on Facebook, books on Instagram, books on everything, watching videos, doing this, tweaking this, taught myself how to build websites, for crying out loud, like everything by necessity. And then I got it figured out. And then all of a sudden people are like, dude, can you do this for me? So I do it. And then their numbers are through the roof. And they're like, dude, you should work with this guy. And that's the same thing with health. When you get people really good results, they start referring, and it just all snowballs in a positive direction.
Yeah.
That's freaking insane. And the results that allowed me to see a little bit of like the success that he's been able to have with his agency. And it's absolutely insane to the point where these people are willing to pay you, 2 times, 3 times the industry norm just because your numbers are so freaking insane.
With a good offer and a good ads, good offer, good copy. A lot of times I have to turn off their ads because they can't keep up with paid leads, which is pretty cool.
Steve, where do you feel like most people go wrong? So like you've cracked the code and you've probably worked with a lot of people who've gotten it wrong. Where do you feel like most people go wrong when they first start out, say, doing advertising for themselves, paid advertising on their own?
Oh, man, there's so many ways you can go wrong. I mean, there's just I can't pick 1 or 2 or whatever. Bad offer, bad copy, bad targeting. And the thing, I think one of the biggest problems I see, and I see this in everything, like clients who want to lose weight but don't want to put in the work, they just want a pill, right? I see with business owners too. It's like, well, I'm just going to turn on Facebook ads and I'm going to get all these people and it's going to be so easy. It's like, well, you got to have a good product, you got to have a good offer, you have to have a good website, you got to have good this. You got to contact people right away. Crazy as when people get leads and they don't call them like right away and text them right away, and you got to put in the work. Like there's a myth out there in the world that you can just sit on a beach and just money pours into your account. Like no matter what, you just gotta be willing to put in some work is the biggest thing I would get to people. And a lot of times you see the tip of the iceberg. It's like right now I'm sitting really pretty. I just am, right? But you don't see that big iceberg underwater where I put in a lot of time. But the good thing is, like, here's what's crazy. Why the guys love me is because I put it all in for them, right? And the smart ones are smart enough, like, you know what? I'm not going to freaking build this whole iceberg like Dr. Czys did. I just want to pay for the apex and get the fruits of his labor. So these guys are actually a lot smarter than me because they just waited a little bit and I did all the hard work for them. And now it works really well. That's the thing too. Like, so a lot of, I'm not a marketing agency. It's, I help them get leads, but then the big thing is I teach them how to sell, because we talked about physical therapists. They don't get trained how to sell anything. Chiropractors don't get trained how to sell anything. So you get someone in the door. It's like, how do you sell them in a product? Right. So I train them in that. And then the product itself, my product, it just gets great results. So I have a good product for them, plus show them how to sell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like filling in the hole. There's so many holes a person could have. And then how to create, recurring revenue on the back end. And so I got it all taken care of.
Right. I think that's the most powerful part of your process and why it's so freaking successful, because it's never just about Facebook ads. You have an entire system that comes along with it. Would you be willing to share even just with Eupraxia, like what does the patient experience look like from the time
there's the front end marketing, and then they come in and then it's like immediate, like my staff within 30 minutes, calling, texting, human interaction. Right, get them in. I have the sales training, so all my sales team, they get the same training. They're trained on how to sell. They sell the program. I got follow-up email sequence, so like it's all built out. So every day people are getting educated, inspired. If someone shows interest and doesn't really quite take the offer, a different sequence kicks in. So it's like social proof. This is why our gym's successful. This is why you'll kill it. Like follow up with people. Show results, show social proof, create a relationship. And then once we get them in the door, have a great process, have a great referral program, right? Because so many people don't take advantage, just asking for referrals, paying people. It's like, dude, why pay Facebook when you can pay a member to bring in a family member? It's like, I will give you $50 if you just bring someone in. Like the best members are always referrals. So it's like every step of the process is what we offer people. There's so many steps, and if you miss one, everything behind it doesn't matter. You have to do the whole process.
Right. I think one thing too, just like I genuinely really care. Like I really want to help people get better, and I really do care about their kids, and like that helps. Like I really, and people see it's like, dude, you're passionate about this stuff. I'm like, yes, man, because I get look at my hair, I get goosebumps just thinking about it,
because I just care so much, because I see like these people, it's like, my God, everywhere I go, it's like, I could help you, I could help you, I could help you, but there's only one of me. So it's like, if I train these other docs to do the system, like I can help so many people, you know, it's the ripple effect, they call it. So like if I teach mom, right, and she starts eating better, then all of a sudden I get it all the time. It's like, dude, my husband's down 60 pounds. Like, he can't believe this. It's like, you can't believe, like my kids, they're behaving so much better. And they want to do gymnastics now. And they're so proud of doing push-ups at home. They're like, and it just ripples, you know? So like, I really, and it's easier to care and have fun when you're not fighting with insurance and filling out insurance forms, and people are only coming to see you. You know what I used to hate more than anything? I shouldn't say more than anything, because I used to, a lot of things that I didn't like is when people come in, not because, it's because, well, what does my insurance cover is their question. They don't ask, like, what do I need to get healthy? Like, what can I do to really feel amazing? All they care about is what insurance covers, right? And it's like, I don't want to work with them. I want people that, like, just want to have an awesome life, and I'll lead them, you know, lead by example, and just show them the way is kind of the, well, that's it.
Man, I think just it goes to show how much you really do care just by, I mean, you spent, you know, 180 grand to get your license. And then the fact that you transitioned into weight loss nutrition shows that, I mean, you care more about causing the real problems than actually like using the degree that you got and the doctorate that you got. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And
yeah, like
I'm
I sure want to get outcomes. It'd be easy to use the degree to milk out insurance claims, right? Easy. I got a degree in being an expert witness in auto accident claims, actually. So I did all this extra training, blah, blah, blah. I did one court case, and I couldn't stand the lawyers. Like, I could not stand them. Like, I cannot, because all they care about is money. Yeah. That's all it was about. Nothing mattered. Like, truth does not matter. It's like, how do I steal as much as possible from the insurance company? How does the insurance company do whatever they can to not pay out the patient? Couldn't deal with it. So it's like, I don't know, you know, a lot of stuff. But my big thing is, I enjoy, like today, honestly, I was up at 3 a.m. and you're like, why? Because I couldn't wait to get to work. Like, I was up on the computer researching and reading, and like, I can't wait. Like, I'll wake up this is honest to God, it's so crazy. Pretty much every night I get up at midnight and I got the clock shut up on my ceiling, you know what I mean? Like and I'm like, fuck, it's only midnight. I got to go to sleep for 3 more hours. Like, cause I want to get up and get cranking. Like, it's fun to be that way. And then vacations are hard. It's just like, why am I here? I'd rather be home I'd rather be at my health club. Like, it's so much fun here. Yeah. You know, it's so much better than, and you know, cause you're, are you an active PT, Will?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're active PT?
Yep.
No, you might not want to admit this, but it's true. You'll get people on the books and you're like, oh, I can't believe you know what I mean?
Oh,
you're
yeah.
dreading seeing certain people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, golly, I can't believe I got to go see, I don't have to do that anymore. It's so nice. You know what I mean? It's a really nice living.
I think what's really cool is that when you, Steve, to me, the big takeaway I get is when you find your passion, what you care about, and you're willing to be relentless at it, you can build a life that not only feeds you financially, but feeds you spiritually and emotionally.
Which is more important than financial, by the way, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I want to, I just have one more question that I guess I would love to pick your brain from a tactical standpoint, because we've got you here and you have built all these, you've built your amazing business. You've helped other people build their businesses. Let's say that someone has an offer and they have copy and it seems like they have a decent sales process. If you had to tell someone right now, like, where do you put your money, your marketing money, advertising dollars right now in today's ecosystem? Like, where would you tell someone to go put their money into? Would it be?
Is it a physical therapist you're talking about that has a good offer, or whom?
Let's say a PT or a chiro. Either way.
PT, chiro. Okay.
Yeah. The same kind of thing. Where do you,
Yeah, for me, for sure, Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
But mainly Facebook for sure. For sure.
Cool.
Yep. Cool. And then the thing too, you know what I mean? The ad is one thing, but I don't know, I'm assuming this. PTs and chiros, we're so much alike, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, there used to be all kinds of, it kind of reminds me of, real quick, like back in college, I started off as a wrestler. Wrestling team was good, football team was really good. And it was like this, like the verge of war, right? But I wanted to play football too. And I'm like, oh man, I was terrified. It's like the two enemies. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have to fight a few guys. I'm probably going to get beat up, blah, blah, but whatever. I'm going to do it anyhow. And it ended up, I made the best friends, and all of a sudden both teams became like one big tight unit instead of two enemies. I kind of feel that with chiro and PT sometimes. We're like so damn much alike, but there used to be so much like, how dare PTs do an adjustment? How dare chiros do – it's like, dude, let's just get people better. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So one thing I find with chiros is they want to do doing ads to Facebook's amazing, right? So let's say you create an ad, someone clicks, they're interested. A lot of intelligent consumers are going to go to your page, right? They're going to do a little research. You're like, all right, what kind of reviews does he have? What else does he have on his page? And I'll see a lot of chiros hire some terrible marketing service where they got like 50 generic photos that are just the cheesiest thing ever. Like if a chiro actually grabs his phone and is just really quick, anytime you have a happy patient, like, hey, how you doing? Oh man, my headaches are amazing. Like Dr. T, he's phenomenal. This is awesome. You create like boom, boom, boom. And then me, I do a lot of like, if something annoys me, I jump on the thing and I teach about it. Like I'll put up a label on about Oreo cookies, or I'll pull up a label on whatever, like juice at my kid's school, or I took a picture and some dumb stuff on my kid's school wall, which I'm going to rant on today. So someone goes to your page like, oh my gosh, this guy's got tons of reviews. He's got tons of good content. I already know him. I trust him. Family photos are great. Be a real human being. Talk, that kind of stuff is, I think a lot of them are missing, because again, it comes back to, I think so many cars, like they're afraid to post something because they might get a negative comment, or they might get a dislike, or they might get a mad face. It's like, who cares, man? Like, who cares? Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think about it, it's like, there's literally like really like people living in mom's basement that you would never care about what they say, right? With Cheeto dust on their shirt, reaching over and click and dislike, and you actually might take time to care about that. It's insane, Yeah. So that's my approach.
I think it's awesome. It goes back to your original, one of the original points that you made, which was to stop thinking about yourself and think about all the people you can serve. Right.
Stop worrying about the imagined thoughts of strangers. Right. Because that's what it is. Like, what could that stranger maybe be thinking of? You know what's crazy, dude? Is like, this is what my place is. The people you're worried about thinking, the people you're worried about what they're thinking about you, they're worried about what you're thinking about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I go in a room, in my mindset, it's like, I can't believe all these people are actually concerned with what's in my mind. It's crazy to me. Like, all these people are wondering what I'm thinking about them. It's so funny. And I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just, it's kind of liberating. And then if someone does, like, let's say it just happened to one of my clients today, like you know what I mean? People have a bad day. There's just weird people out there. Left it's just a senseless comment. I don't know. Maybe it just did on accident or was drinking. Who knows? Delete, block. Gone forever. Pretty easy. You know what I mean? Because you just never know what's going on with some people. You know what I mean? They could. Who knows? Who knows? Why even worry about it?
Totally.
I love it. Just to like recap everything, basically, do every single thing that you possibly can to get out there in front of people.
That's what it is, man.
Right.
So like Facebook, it's getting you out there digitally. Getting out in public and speaking in a group, it's getting you out there personally. Going like it's all the same, just different ways. Like back when the newspaper actually was a newspaper, I'd put myself out in the newspaper. It was just a way to get me out in front of eyeballs, and then followed up with good products and reviews, and then what a mistake I made, guys, really huge, is just think long term right away, because long term it comes quick. Don't do any there's quick cash grabs and things and whatever. Like, a lot of chiros I know do it. I don't know PTs, but they overbill insurance. They do dumb stuff they're not supposed to. They know they're doing dumb stuff they're not supposed to for that quick dollar grab. Just don't do it, man. Do it right from the get-go. Build it right. It starts out slower, right? But over time, it snowballs, and then you have this solid base business with a great reputation. And it's just, you just got this foundation. Do it right from the get-go. Time goes faster than you think. Like, I don't know how old you are, Will. I can't believe how old I am. It's like, Jesus, what are the years ago?
Yeah.
So I look at somebody's supposed like, dude, we graduated X years ago. I'm like, what? No way. It's gross.
So true. So true.
But I feel good. So that's what matters.
Yeah.
All the key. And you love what you do, which is probably why you're so darn successful, because it shows. You show up to work, and it's really easy for people to believe that your only motive is to get them better. And I think that's the other key that I took away from this. If you focus on loving what you do and truly caring about getting the end result for people, all the success
Money will come. Yep, it'll come.
Yeah. Well, Steve, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your Thursday morning. I know you've got a busy life and things going on and running this successful business. I just want to say a genuine thank you. And if someone's out there and is listening is like,
it's true, Will. I'm not that busy, man.
Yeah.
I'm really not.
Which is awesome. You've built a business
I hate saying it because everybody claims to be busy, but most people just waste time doing meaningless stuff. I have tons of free time. Like after this, I'm going to go hang out with the kids.
Dude, I love it. I love it. There's so many people out there right now listening who are like, that's what I want. And that's what I want to get to. And so I think to hear your story of you have that and you've built it. I shouldn't say that. Like you've been able to build that and earned it and continue to earn it. If there's someone out there who wants to know more about what you do, Steve, or Eupraxia, how can people keep up with you or learn about you or find you?
I mean, if you just search my name, Dr. Cyzs, Czys, there's only one of us on the planet. So it comes up on the top of a search engine. It's nice having a unique name like that, because if you just put that into anything, you'll find me. You'll find like my business page and my I started a supplement company too in this whole path, just because there's no regulating of the industry whatsoever. So I wanted my own stuff that's third-party tested because I wanted to know what my kids were getting. So all you'll see is that page and me. You won't see any of the marketing stuff I do because everything has just been word of mouth and referral. So it's not like I have any fancy landing pages or whatever if someone's interested in that, because it doesn't exist. It's just referral only.
I love that. But and just for everyone who's listening, because I know people are going to try to spell Cyzs and they're going to completely butcher it. It's C Charlie Z Zulu Y Yankee S Sierra. To make it a little bit easier, because I know
CZYS. Yeah, it's no one ever pronounces it correctly, but that's okay.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for being here, guys. If you like this episode, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when we have more clinical marketers sharing what the best are using in the industry today to grow their practices. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Later.